genius of rock and roll.
Well, hello and welcome to the Daily Atheist Morning Show. I am your host, the amazing Super Chris Mallard. Thank you for joining us today. My wonderful co-host, Ryan, is with me here this morning. We'll bring her up in just a minute and see how fantastic she is today. It's Thursday, the day of Thors. Yeah, it's an interesting world. We're going to talk about various things. Some of you may or may not have heard the expression transhumanist or transhumanism. We're going to kind of touch on that today and see what people think and, and learn some stuff, hopefully. We'll be back in just a minute. Let's see here. In honor of our dictator and chief.
Today's world is confusing, and there's too much information for one person to make sense of it all. Which credit card should I pay off first? Is non-fat milk good for me? Who should I vote for? Let's face it, if you can't figure out high-interest milk, then how can you be expected to make political decisions that influence a country of over 325 million people? Well, that's why there's fascism. Fascism is the political, social, and economic system for today's world. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines fascism as a political philosophy, movement, or regime that exalts a nation, and often race, above the individual, and that stands for a centralized autocratic government headed by a dictatorial leader, severe economic and social regimentation, and forcible suppression of the opposition. Choose this ideology and life will be easy. Did you ever look at someone who uses really big words and think, I wish those libs would just disappear? Well, under fascism, your dreams can come true. Under fascism, you won't have to worry about the pesky little things like brown people or atheists, or who in your country is entitled to basic human rights and who is not. Hint, hint, the answer is nobody. Yes, friends, this truly is the final solution you've been looking for. And if you're concerned if this form of authoritarianism will be up to your high standards, don't worry. American fascism will be the best fascism in the world because it's been endorsed by Jesus. So go out and destroy freedom and democracy by getting fascism today. Paid for by the Fascio-Conservative Party, formerly known as the GOP.
All right, I'm back. Let me bring up my wonderful co-host here, Ryan. Good morning, Ryan. How are you doing today?
Good morning. I am well, thank you. I'm making the best of my day. How about yourself?
So far, so good. We'll see how it goes from here. Going downhill, we'll see how it goes.
Always downhill from here.
It is early yet.
Come with us. As we descended.
That's right. I had my doctor's appointment yesterday. I'll be getting my pills sometime today or tomorrow. He's like, how's it going with your pills? I'm like, dude, I haven't had them since December. Oh, he's like, why not? And I'm like, well, I missed that appointment. And I never got any more. And I asked for them and I never got them. So.
Oh, dang.
So he thought this whole time. So if I'd have reached out to him at any point, apparently he would have let me have those pills, but I did not. To be honest, I did. I tried to refill it. It says you have to get a thing to refill it. Click here, never mind. We're not going to talk about that. Anyway.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. Am I near Epstein Ranch? Yes. Probably, I would think maybe about 50 miles or so.
The Zorro?
To Zorro Ranch, yeah. Yeah, it's between Santa Fe and Albuquerque, I believe. And if it is, then Santa Fe is just 50 miles away from Albuquerque. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to go online and take maybe screenshots of the Google Maps of the area around. Do it now before Google updates and changes anything and before they start digging.
Right.
To see if you can find places where they might be buried. So I thought about doing that, but I'm very lazy.
Right. Because I don't trust that Google wouldn't try to hide stuff.
Right. So they're owned by, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. They have to know good at all times.
It's all part of a big overall corporation. We use these tools only because we have to. Only because we have to. Only because we have to.
And to think, I thought that, when Google first kind of started, that they were going to do better. They were going to be a company. But, they made a hard right turn.
Yeah. Did you hear that the Department of Justice, I think, or the Pentagon and Anthropic, the maker of Claude AI, are having problems And their problem is that there are guardrails in Claude that will not let you do certain things. And the Pentagon wants those removed. They want to use the AI for purposes that are very unfortunate, spying on people, all the worst things you could possibly think of. And Anthropic's not letting them do that. I don't normally shout out to a large corporation like that, but
thank you,
Anthropic.
for doing the right thing.
So there's that, or at least appearing to.
Yeah, at least appearing to the world, front facing. Who knows what's happening behind the scenes?
True that. True.
Or who won't try to step in to fill that gap?
Yeah, very true. Let me check our chat here and see what we've got. I did notice we've got Adrian Belgrave is in the chat. Good morning, Adrian Belgrave. Adrian Belgrave, Bubble Beats. Go check out Bible and Beats. Go check out Adrian Belgrave's channel. Adrian is going through the Bible chapter by chapter. I've done it sort of in a way, not nearly as good as he is. I say good as because he does. I stopped at 15. He keeps going. He's got like motivation and whatnot. But go check out his stuff. Watch what he's got. Henrim is here. Better Than Ember is here. Better Than Ember. Oh yeah, obviously after this stream is over, it will kick you over automatically to Better Than Ember. Zarkroz is here. John Hudson, good morning, John. I wouldn't say that Jesus. Oh yeah, somebody. Goat edits. Jesus with a J. Oh, I see. Oh, Jesus with a J. Good morning, Jesus with a J. How are you? Oh, hey, Jesus. Looking at you, girl. Good morning, Jesus with a J. Goat edits football. Jesus with a J. That is blasphemous. And that's what we're here for. I'm a blasphemer. I'm a blasphemer. You should have been here the other day. Ryan was blaspheming. She did it right here. I saw her do it. Mm-hmm. In front of God and everybody.
A couple times.
Since she's a girl, that makes it even worse. Back to back. Yeah. Or front to front, which is even worse. It's naughty. Adrian says, damn, a lot of new faces in the chat. It's very true. It's kind of our chat. We changed the show, and the nature of the show, I think, is changing the nature of the chat. We've got new people that it's brought in. Some of the old people liked it when we didn't take calls. Some people like it with the new calls, and it's attracted new viewers. And over the last month or 2 months now, our chat has taken a turn. We've seen a lot of new faces and seen some other faces go. So we'll just see how it goes. I like. Hopefully the old faces will come back, and some of them, other ones, to hell with you. No. Some of them, but hopefully the old faces will come back as we make the show better. I'm trying to make the show better. I'm trying to have fun with it, and so there is that. Goat edits says Jesus loves you, that sort of thing. Zach Petronoff. Good morning.
Good morning, Zach.
How are you doing? I don't recognize the name. Huge welcome. Yes, indeed. Says Chris. I guess yes. Love you both. Thank you very much. We enjoy being loved. And look at that. Henrim is already throwing coins at us today. Thank you for the money, Henrim. The super chat says, keep pounding. Thanks for your work. Thank you.
I pound every day.
Me too.
Thanks, Henrim.
Me too. Right.
I appreciate the encouragement, though.
Matter of fact, I pulled a groin muscle this morning. And then I pulled it again and again and again. HR, what? Yeah? Yeah, sorry. Okay, sorry. Don't talk about masturbation on the show.
Discadulation.
Thank you, Henry, for the $2 super chat. We appreciate you. Monkey Musical Monkey is here. Thank you. Scoff. Yahweh. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Here's kind of the thing, though, really. Ryan, how do you feel when someone blesses you or imposes their God in even a goodly fashion when they know you don't want them to? Is that an insult? Should they use their voice in that way? Is that an insult to you and to God? Well, what are your thoughts on that?
The bless you thing doesn't bother me so much, just because it's kind of like a cultural thing, almost like when you say, "How you doing?" to somebody, but you really,
true,
you don't care how they're doing. I'm sorry.
My neighbor said it to me yesterday. I was out pulling weeds, and he's like, "You bless you," and I'm like, "Same to you," you know.
Right, like I don't got time to go into detail with this person.
They didn't mean it that way. They didn't mean it that way.
Yeah. So, though, when it comes to somebody forcing something on me, however that might be, through the laws or at my workplace, trying to make me feel uncomfortable for practicing my religion, I'm not religious, whatever. That, yeah, absolutely. Doing it against my will. That shows me the kind of people that your religion builds, like the character that builds in the people that stem from that religion. Why would I want to be like that?
Right. Yeah. And see, that's a great point. Great point. And Zarkroz is it Zarkroz? Sir Equinox. Good morning. Sir Equinox says, I find it rude and hostile. And, I agree. My deal is, it depends on their intention, especially if they know, listen, let me try this I'll explain this to as best I can. We've got an individual in chat, Go Edits Football. Go Edits. I appreciate you. I understand you're a Christian. I understand you're a theist. I'm not sure why you're here. I don't know if you're here to deconstruct or if you're here to bring people to your faith. I don't know. However, whenever you tell me Jesus loves me, that doesn't make me feel good. That a little bit insults me, only because I don't want you to say it. If there was some little old lady come in here and she's like, you know what, you guys are wonderful, Jesus loves you, that'd have been cute. She did it. You've been here for days now. You kind of should be past that. You get the first time pass when you come in the door, Jesus loves you, blah. But then once you come in and you realize it, I don't want that. I don't want that at all. It's insulting to me to do it against my will. Then what does that make you? I'm just curious.
Yeah, like you don't know boundaries.
Yeah, it's just a respect me kind of situation. And they feel like, and indeed I do understand, the first time they come in like, bless you, Jesus loves you. I get you. I feel that. That's like your way of kicking in the door. True. But you've been here. The door's been kicked in. We know this. Now you're just doing it to be a douche. Right?
Be an agitator.
So I'm just saying, that's just my feeling upon it. Other people may feel differently. Now, if Jesus is really in control, he's the most abusive boyfriend ever. No shit. A voice of American culture is here. Good morning. And Santa loves you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks,
I guess.
Santa's kind of the same thing. It's like Jesus for kids. Always watching to tell if you're good or bad. Jesus, the same thing, always telling if you're, masturbating or not masturbating or giving away money for good reasons or, Jesus it's the same thing.
It's like a weirdo fantasy. Someone always watching you.
Yeah. I mean,
that's
that does
like one
get
of the
me
questions.
excited, but I don't know about why everybody else gets off on that. Just, if you ever feel like a demon's in the room with you watching you, just kind of start touching yourself and look at it.
Yeah, it's either going to stay and enjoy itself, or it's like, okay, this is creepy for me.
That's right.
And I got to get out of here.
Yeah, you need to piss off or get to work. Get the help.
Participate or pay, like some kind of.
Yeah, we need money. Henry Jesus was deported. Yeah, almost certainly. Good morning, Rational Poet Jackie. I will give you the benefit of the doubt the first time if you don't know, #truth. But if you keep doing it after I tell you, I don't believe. And see, that's kind of where we're at. And now I've expressed that to our new friend, and we'll see how our new friend goes forward. I also got the other view especially whenever you specifically, you tell someone and you're telling, I'll pray for you, even though they don't want you to. To me, I've said this before on the show, you are using your voice to God as an instrument of insult to someone else. And that sullies your connection to God. And I don't feel like, if I were a believer, I don't think I would want you to be doing that. I would advise you, my friend, don't be doing that, because you're God, if you look in the Old Testament, Jesus is Jesus, right? Jesus is all sweet and nice and loving until the Revelation when he comes out covered in blood. Anyway, God is not forgiving. It is not a forgiving creature at all. So if you blaspheme by using your voice to insult me by telling me you're going to pray for him, oh man, you're not helping me, you're hurting you. That's just my answer.
No, I concur with that sentiment. I think that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. And it, to me also, it kind of makes it feel like it's for show. Like when they do that kind of stuff. it feels very performative. And if they read the Bible, they'd see that Jesus was against that performative kind of stuff. He wants you to be genuine.
And God Edits says, guys, if you keep rebelling and God is forgiving, you liar. I think, I'm not sure, but God is not, again, go look at the face of God and you'll find out it's not very forgiving at all. The Old Testament will tell you who God is. The New Testament, it's just, Jesus is just a bouncer. Lets you into heaven or out to hell. God is what you face once you get past Jesus. And go look at the Old Testament. That's where God lives.
He's the sugar coating on the shit cake.
That's right. That's exactly right. Good morning, Fern Love Bomb. Thank you for joining us.
It's a way to put it, I guess. I mean, not very respectful, but it's true.
Right. And see, here's a good point. And this is a good point made by our theist friends. Goat Edit says, I don't want y'all to burn in hell and be separate or be said, I think they're recognizing that there's a separation. Not everybody believes in hell. Some of them, people think it's just a separation from God or whatever. But this individual does not want us to feel that. I understand. And I appreciate those feelings. You're welcome to feel that. You're welcome to, we're kind of doing the same thing. My mission in life is to move those people away from that. But the point really kind of is that once somebody says, man, I don't want that thing, if you continue to do it, then you become insulting. Mm-hmm. It's a matter of consent. And Christians, however, are not, correct me if I'm wrong, not exactly known for respecting consent. But display your Christianity for us. I will watch.
Nor empathy. They struggle to put themselves in people's shoes. I'm not trying to be mean, but I think I've always been good at doing that just because I'm just, I don't know. But not everybody is, and I think they kind of need to be trained on that stuff.
That's right. Listen to her. That's right. Well, here's the deal.
It's a shame, but I feel like it's very honest.
It is a shame. Well, some theists believe incorrectly that we worship Satan. Some theists. We don't. That's a Christian thing. However, what if I were to go to every morning whenever they came in and just openly go, listen, good morning, Goat Edits Football. Satan loves you. Satan wants to welcome you into hell as the child and creature that you are and forgive you all your sins. Just don't worry. Satan loves you. Lucifer, the Lord of Light, will welcome you into, he'll forgive you all those things. And if I did that every morning, would you feel, now first you say, listen, man, don't do that. It makes me feel bad whenever you invoke Satan upon me. Mm-hmm. Right? That's how it makes you feel. Well, fucking don't do it to other people. Learn empathy, like she was just saying.
Mm-hmm. But you're right. Like that would make somebody feel very uncomfortable because they absolutely do not want that. And we feel just as adverse to Christianity in that respect. We will respect it, as you said at first, because people are people. Everybody gets a chance. But after that, it's kind of like, you don't respect us whatsoever.
That's right. The whole proselytizing and all that business, that's the whole deal. That's not, we get it. We understand who you are. Now converse with us. Talk to us. Don't preach to us.
Like, I know it's ingrained, like the whole please respect this. I know that it's ingrained in you, the evangelical thing. You have to, this is great news. Okay. Right. For you, maybe, but not for us. So we're telling you, like, we don't like it, makes us feel icky in my tum-tums. So respect me, please.
And VH5150, thank you very much. You are indeed correct. We do not, do not worship Satan. Hang out with him, party, Absolutely. We did canoodle at one time, but I've never worshipped Satan. No, of course we don't, but they think we do. And I'm just saying that we don't believe in their Jesus, but they do, and they still invoke it upon us. So that's all I'm saying. I'm just trying to give this individual an understanding. I'm trying to give a lesson in empathy. I don't know if it's coming across. Let me look at the chat. We'll see.
We'll see. We shall see.
We shall see. So have any of you guys? Oh, my puppy's just dreaming.
Okay, so he did say something.
Y'all believe whatever you want to believe. Okay, all right, that's cool. That's what I'm saying. I mean, we live in a society where people go by societal norms and rules where, you know, some people do things that are rude and shitty and some people are, you know, not. Carry on.
Well, so he said, we see God as an enemy and Satan as a friend. I mean, if we believe that the Bible was truth, I guess maybe, but it's not reality. So I don't see them as anything but characters in a story. And I relate to them as much as I do characters in a story, just as I would characters from any other book that I've
Darth Vader.
read.
Damn you, Darth Vader.
I mean, you know, that's how simple that works out to be.
Yeah, true. But you know that person, you know how I am. I'll only address them for so long before my largesse dissipates, and I'm like, listen, man, it's pretty nice to you. Now, at some point, you know me, I'll get to where I'll just like, listen, I'm done talking to you, and I'll just ignore them from then on until they go the fuck away, or you know, they'll get pissed off and I'll bounce them. So, but you guys can all be here and all be witness that Chris, the amazing Super Chris, did try to be calm, be cool, be collective, and resolve this individual's issues with wisdom and kindness, unlike any example this person can provide from the God of the Old Testament. I'm just saying. Oops.
Just saying.
Let's see. Flocky is here. Flock, I thought I smelled something. Good morning, Flockmeister. John Hudson. Let's see. Yeah, you could call in later.
Good morning, John.
Let's see. Sir Equinox. I'm just checking. I think, Deep State Annex is one of the very things that are incalculated in the teachings of Jesus as Christians. Seems to be lack, which is empty. Empathy. Yes, they seem to lack empathy. Yeah.
You're going to Iraq?
Who's going to Iraq?
Sorry, I was just like, wait, what? Goat Edits Football said he's going to Iraq tomorrow to preach.
There you go.
Really?
Good luck. May the odds be ever in your favor. Well, what if you end
up reverting to another religion? What if they convert you?
Uh-oh. What if? Well, now what is? Wait. Goat Edits is a Christian,
I believe.
Okay, you're going into another country that is very populated with people of the Abrahamic religions, not necessarily your religion. So I would just kind of recommend keeping that shit to yourself. You might want to keep that shit to yourself. I'm just saying, not that I mean, obviously they're not all like that, but in the wrong places.
It takes all kinds.
It does. You just don't go, smart people don't go to the wrong places and say things. Remember that movie, was it Die Hard 3 or some business, where the bad guy had Bruce Willis go down to like the Bronx wearing a sign that I hate, the N-word.
Oh, yeah.
Wearing that. Yeah. You there's like, read the room, dude. There's certain places you don't go. I'm just saying, just be careful. Look around.
Yeah.
And I could be wrong if my memory serves me. And guys, I've been beating my memory like a dirty rug for years. But if I'm right, if I remember right, they didn't even have that actually written on the sign for fear that someone would hurt him because of where they were shooting it. So that was digitally added later on the sign.
I didn't even know that.
I was wrong once. It was like 3 shows.
I mean, I'd prefer they didn't walk down the. I mean, that's kind of
obviously.
Yeah.
True. But yeah. So there's that. Flockmeister said, say hi to Faisal. That's great. Faisal's actually Indian and in India, despite what Faisal says. Don't ask me how I know. I just know things. I just know things. Goat Edit says, I understand why you feel that way. Christians are imperfect, but our faith teaches empathy, compassion, and care for others, even when we fail. You know, I would think if it did, as a core teaching, we would see more of that exemplified through their actions. However, that's not really what we see, is it? I'm just saying.
Yeah, sometimes it just sounds like a talking point, something we say. I say this, but then I do this.
Yes, we have 2,000 years of rivers of blood in the name of Jesus Christ. It's really hard to deny certain aspects of the faith.
Yeah. It's like when they say I love you, but I just don't like your lifestyle. Like,
Yeah.
okay, so you really don't love me. Like, why do you say that? Like, that's fake. That's phony.
I love you as long as you conform to what I want you to conform to.
Right.
And, in a way, that wouldn't be so bad if I then were to fuck off. However, that's not what they do.
Right.
They don't fuck
Right.
off. They come over here now. It's like, now what we're going to do is we're going to burn you alive because you don't conform. It's not as simple as just fucking off.
Exactly. And that's such a good point, Chris. I think that the majority of us, I don't care. Like, yes, I would prefer you understand and have empathy for me, my family, my lifestyle, what have you. But if you don't, if you could just fuck the hell off, that would be absolutely fine with me.
It would.
Truly. Let me have my rights. You fuck off. You stay out of my biz. I stay out of your biz.
Right.
And that's cool beans. But that's not the reality of what we get.
Yeah, it's weird that you want your rights, and your rights are to pretty much chill and do what you want to, and they want their rights, which are to be able to force their beliefs on you. That's what they see as their right that they should have to be able to force their belief on you. We sit here and we're not forcing our belief on other people. We're struggling under that. We're trying to remove the belief that has been forced on other people. That's my thinking anyway. I like to speak from Woodinson is here. Guten Morgen, Woodinson.
Wodenson?
Wodenson, what'd I say? Woodinson? It's Wodenson.
Well, I don't know what it is. I'm just saying. I don't. Wod.
Woden? I would think Woden. Like Odin. Wodenson.
Maybe.
Like Wednesday? Like Wednesday? Whoa, dude. Deep State Annex in 2007 sat in a church and the preacher was screaming he didn't want Obama to be a Christian. He didn't want Obama to agree with him on gay marriage or abortion or Bibles in schools.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
I love when the preachers and the pastors start to scream. That's always a good sign.
Always,
That's always good.
Which reminds me, I need to clip out that video yesterday from where I lit that precept up. That guy, I need to clip that for some reason. My blood pressure, you probably see my vein popping out in the side of my head. I didn't know this, but the evil one was watching.
Oh, was she?
She was. And you know how I've been on this thing. Am I being too harsh? Am I being too nice? And, and really we've already I think we've discovered it's not a matter of me being too harsh or being too spicy. It's me as who I'm spicy too. Or, right? That's really the key. And she's like, man, that was fantastic.
Oh, good.
Yeah. She really enjoyed it.
She's your fan.
She is my fan. She's my biggest fan. She really is.
I love that.
Carlos Valdez Maven. It's been a while, Carlos. It's been a while. I remember the name. Good day. Hey there. Hi there. Ho there. Good morning. Terry BB is here too. Consider the source. #truth. This whole deal, the more we get into it, the further we go on about, and we'll get on to calls about it. What did we miss?
Are you 14?
Who's 14?
Goat edits?
Oh.
If so, I'm very uncomfortable at this moment.
Yeah, you probably, I got to be honest. Can I be honest and fair? Anything he learns here, outside of maybe a couple of bad words, is more moral than he'll learn in any church he goes to. Now, if we were getting a little more risque, if I were showing him my bubbies or some business, then 14's a little young, but we're not doing that. We're just talking about God and stuff. And if they can program this shit into kids at 5 years old that it's okay for their God creature to drown babies, we can deal with the 14-year-old. I'm not scared. But that might explain the actions and personality and not the actions and personality, bad phrasing, the words. It might explain why this person thinks and speaks the way their experiences, their limited experiences. See, that's an interesting one. How do you know, Goat Edits, that it's not just the sound of your own voice in your head telling you what you want to do?
Yeah, I talk to myself all the time.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, go touch yourself. I'm like, I don't want to go touch myself, but you're sexy. I'm like, I am sexy. I'm going to go touch myself. You guys talk to
Don't
yourself
listen to him, Lord. I mean, credits. Don't listen.
Yeah, that's right. Don't listen to me. Wodenson says, yep, Odin. Yes, exactly. Thank you. Awesome sauce. Yeah, I figured that, matter of fact, to be clinical and cynical at the same time, at the age of 14, and being a theist is exactly, I know how I was at the age of 14, and I'll tell you how far my arms reached down was perfect. It was perfect for what I was going to be doing most of the time when I was 14. And as a Christian, and you're really fighting the urge to do those things because Jesus is watching you all the time, that's got to be very hard, especially for a preacher. I don't know how it is for a girl. I've heard about girls who can go through like pubescence and never do the masturbation thing. I don't know. I've never heard of a boy doing that, though. I'm just kind of curious how that works. Does Jesus watch you do your thing? Shut up, Chris. Chris, sir, according to you, which religion is better? Ooh, that's a fantastical question. How are we going to define religion? Do you mean which God creature, which group of followers of a God creature, or do you mean which group of people who have the similar belief structure as far as morals and how they deal with people? If you mean the former, that would take me some thinking. I cannot say Christianity. Probably maybe I'd have to look more into Buddhism. Buddhism's got its goods. Most of the bads I hear about Buddhism is because of other Abrahamic faiths imposing their thing on Buddhists, so Buddhists reacting to that. So I would be wanting to look at them and give them a fair shot before I made any judgments. But I would probably think either Jainism, if you had to go with a God-following creature, or the Sikhs. They've got very noble ways of thinking, you know. But there are people out there who, if you will, forgive the term God botherers, who actually have a good, decent, at least by our concept, vision of God. Now, if you're just talking about people who follow a moral code, I would say skeptical humanists. We, skeptical humanists, have a better moral code than any religion that you can bring up. I think I made that point the other day whenever I brought our moral code up against Christianity. And it took one swipe. And just like that, secular humanism was more moral than Christianity. Not some of it. Not a few of them, not that one, not that. All of them. Just like that. So, just dropped that video yesterday. A clip of that, by the way.
Oh, did you?
I did. Still got another one in the canon here. So just in case. We ought to take a break and then we'll go on. Unless you want to address really quick any of these things that have been happening. Whenever we come back, we'll probably do stuff. Okay, good. We're awesome. We are awesome. We'll see what we got here. I think, should we wild build them today? I think maybe what we'll do is we'll wild build them tomorrow, because I have an audition Saturday for Shakespeare.
Yeah.
And I've been honing a lot of monologues. Let me rephrase this.
That's only 2 days.
Right. Me and Bill have been working on several monologues. So let me say that Bill has got a few monologues up his sleeve and could possibly bless us, if you will, with another episode of Wild Bill Wigglestick and teaching us some Shakespeare. Let's see, what commercial do we want today, my friends? Do you want to see the Conspirowin commercial, the goat scented flesh candles commercial? Do you want to see our new foreskin restoration kit commercial? We've got the Holy Halos, the postmortem baptismal kits, whichever one we get to first, we'll go to. And then I will go and warm up El Cafe. Fascism. You read the wrong Bible. Yeah, they all say that, don't they? They all say that. You actually, in fact, read the wrong Bible according to half of the other people. Fro says, Fro is in the chat. Fro says Fro does not want to live forever. We'll talk about that again whenever we come back from the thing. All right, so guys, if y'all aren't going to choose one, I'm going to choose one. That's the rub right there, Fro. Not in this body exactly. Such a good catch.
No. Right.
That's the point. That is the rub. And we'll talk about that when we get back. All right, so let's do the postmortem baptismal kits. We'll just do that. Oh, it's always a good fallback.
Do you have a loved one who's on their deathbed, but they've yet to give themselves up to the Lord?
Are you sure you don't want to come to Jesus?
No.
This is your final chance.
No. Worried they're headed to the fiery pits of hell.
Your very last chance.
No. I've been wicked and sinful. I deserve to burn in the hot place.
As you wish. Farewell, my heathen husband.
Farewell, my... Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of post-mortem baptismal kits. No more worries about being miserable alone forever. Be a good Christian and share that eternal pain and suffering with the ones you love. I'm in hell. Not as hot as I thought it'd be. Kind of feels like Houston, minus the humidity. Hello. My favorite drink crafted to perfection. Ooh, and some dank ass weed.
I can't bear to be down on my face chanting, holy, holy, holy is the Lord, every day, all day, for all eternity, by myself.
Wow, is that George Carlin? And Alan Turing, look at that. Carl say, oh, I am so honored. You've been my hero since I was a kid. Neil deGrasse Tyson, what are you doing here? Oh, I get it. I get it. Schrodinger's heathen. Very cute, you. Very cute. That's fantastic. Oh, what is that? What is? It's holy water. Oh, it burns. No, this isn't where I want to be. Pabst Blue Ribbon and a Marlboro? No! Father Flanagan's post-mortem baptismal kit. Dead kid tested, Mother Teresa approved. Is that the Pope and John Paul? Jim Jones and Jimmy Swaggart, huh? I can see that coming. Neil deGrasse, what are you doing? Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord.
Thanks, Father Flanagan.
Damn them to an eternity in heaven for only $59.99. They wouldn't appreciate it, but you'll feel better. And that's the point, isn't it? Get yours now. Your heathen loved one's time is running out. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. This is some bullshit. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord.
Kicking back, and we're back. So you're splitting screens. You were saying we were split. Yeah, split your screen. Tell me. I'd like to do. I'm not.
Well, I have the YouTube open so that way I can just make sure that everything's rolling right and that I'm like positioned right on the screen, etc. And as well as just see the chat better. And then I have a separate where I can highlight the chat, which shows up on the screen.
Yes.
So I have two separate windows. So it's hard to maneuver. When it was accidental, I did this morning. I was like,
what the hell?
Why didn't I do that? Why? It's just so much easier. It's perfect now because the chat is now side by side scrolling.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I do something similar. I do the half and half. It took me a little while, but I got so much going on. You know how it is. That's cool. Cool. Praise Thor, says Secular Feelist, inventor of heavy metal. Woden did confirm, and then Happy Thorstog. Yes, indeed. Tomorrow is Friday, and then of course, like I said, we got the auditions. We don't do Sci-Fi Friday anymore, so at any random point, I can go, "Hey Ryan, how you doing on Deep Space Nine? How you doing on Deep Space Nine? Gotta know. Do you know where you're at?
Oh, I do.
Where you at? Tell me where you're at.
Do I know?
Oh, I want to know.
We're done.
Tell your lies to someone else. Really?
Finished. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So your final thoughts?
I cried a little bit. You know what? Have you ever? I don't know. Sometimes it happens to me where like I want to cry, but I can't cry. It's just this weird thing. But I feel that really bad burning tear sensation, almost like you're trying to hold it back. but I didn't want to. I wanted to cry, but it burnt and it hurt so bad. I was upset, but good, like happy. I was just, it was a journey. And I was also sad a little bit because they didn't show Jadzia when they showed Worf leaving, and they kept going back to, I'm sorry, the new girl.
Esri.
Whatever her.
Yeah.
Esri. And I was like, me and Hubs looked at each other. We were like, I bet you they don't show Jadzia. I bet you they don't. And we're like, please do it. Please show her. And they didn't. I was like, that's kind of lame. But anyway.
There was a falling out, whenever she left.
I heard.
Yeah. And my understanding is she left the show and she went and played on that show with Ted Danson, the little bar show that he had after Cheers.
Did she?
I think that's where she went after that.
Oh.
Interesting.
Interesting.
So our lines are indeed open. I do believe I have the correct phone number down there this time, finally. Tomorrow will probably be the last day we'll use the phone lines. I've reached out to my wonderful, fantastical people over in Discord, and they have given me, Viclit, in fact, has given me a step-by-step instructions on how to build a thing so we can use Discord to take our calls. It will limit our calls a little bit for a while until we grow our show and grow our audience to that kind of thing. But at least we'll be able to afford it. That's kind of, that would be just this call-in thing is just crazy expensive for where we are now. You know what I mean? When we're like Justin, it'll be different. Where we are now, it's just like. So.
Exactly. And who knows, in the future, it might be great to have both, have both.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt.
Right? Whatever.
Yeah. You really, that'd be kind of the thing. What all it would take is just turning it back on here in my setup. I've already noodled it out in the damn voice meter banana.
Don't change shit, Chris.
No, that's right. That's why I've noodled it out, because I didn't want to change something. I want to. Yeah, exactly. I don't even look at it when I glance at it, I bow away. I apologize. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Did I look you in the eyes? I'm sorry, voice meter banana. I'm sorry.
Forgive me. And leave a little sacrifice at the base.
Yes, very true. So what are your thoughts, Miss Ryan? Now, we did talk about this. There was somebody said something real quick I want to address before. Deep State Addict said, a Republican office holder was called a Marxist by his preacher for saying no to casinos and loan sharks. I want to mention that I've been called a Marxist. That's been thrown around a lot. There are a lot of people, especially on the right, who have no idea what these terms mean. None. I just felt compelled to say that. It boggles my mind how often they call us a fascist or something, and just totally unaware.
Is it intentional, with these societal systems, that they do that to confuse everything? Because if you get the misinformation out there first, that's what people are going to believe.
Perhaps.
But it is kind of annoying when they you socialists.
Right. It's kind of crazy though how they do that.
What are you talking about?
Ember is calling in, it looks like, and Ember is going to talk to us about transhumanism. Let me come over here and do the thing. See if I can pull Ember up, the amazing super Ember, and because you know how it likes to make me click it multiple times. Good morning, Ember. How are you doing? Bum, ba-dum. Hello, can you hear me, Ember? It's not my fault, I promise. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Let me see if Ember's in here. Bring up my sound thingy. There's nothing coming from Ember's thing. Me swoop, no see nothing. Huh. Let's see. Better than Ember says, on Discord, this never happens. Oh, is it happening? Okay, so it is possibly on my fault, on my end with our software. I'm going to restart the call-in studio, refresh it. Does not want to refresh. So we got rid of Ember, not in like a bad way. And I'm just going to close that because it's just going to be a douchebag is what it's going to be. Good morning, Ace Trades, Godwin7, Laura Wears Hats. Thank you for joining us this morning, all you fantastical people. Philip Lister is here, the Borg.
The Borg.
The Borg. Let's see here. Don't close that one. I'm going to go here and here. And let me get our call-in studio up and going again, my friends. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, damn it. What did you do? Oh, it's still freaking on. Is it on? It looks like it's on. Let's see if we can hear Ember. Yeah, it's going to be one of those kind of. Let's see if it'll let us hear Miss Ember this time. Come on, Ember. No. And somebody's over laughing. Blame and shame. Blame and shame. Let me do the thing. What I'll do, I'll just close all of my Internet Explorer. Oh, wait, Ember's coming back. We'll give it one last chance. I am going to gut you like a pig, Internet Explorer. Come on. Initiated out alert host connection mode.
Come on, banana.
Host. I don't know what the hell's going on. All right, let me do this. I'm going to do this. Oh, son of a bitch. In show. No, this is not my fault. It's not my fault. It is Call-In Studio's fault. Indeed. Call-In Studio. The one that's charging me money.
Thanks for that.
Yeah. Yes. I should stop saying their name because I'm just promoting this thing that's not working for me. Anyway, let me hit the button again and we'll see if I can get the Call-In Studio to work. We have pig trailers, says Terry BB. I mean, who doesn't, right? What are pig trailers? I'm curious. Start show as host. Start web connect. Ready. Connect to show. And here we go.
You are connected as the host. Welcome, host. You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the Call-In Studio web interface.
You lie. Well, we'll see. We'll see if it's lying or not. There we go. Put that over there. Thank you for your patience with us, my friends, as once again we slay the tech demons as they come. In this case, though, we'll just have to see if it can work. Laura is talking to Goats. Goats is getting lots of attention. Goat edits. So there's that.
Goat edits.
Sure, it's.
Is that a channel?
Maybe. Oh, yeah. Goat edits football. That's a channel.
Goat edits.
All right, here we go. We're going to see if this is Syed. I was thinking Ember, but Syed is going to call in about evolution. It looks like. Let's see what happens. I'll see. Well, maybe we can hear Syed.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear him, Ryan?
Oh, okay, great. Yeah.
Yes. Good morning.
I have a question about the evolution. Everything evolve or just the animal evolve?
Everything. Well, wait. Yeah, plants, animals, living things evolve. If that's what you mean.
Yeah, plant.
Yes. So, living things.
Why things evolve? Because they want to survive, right?
Because they adapt to the environment they're in at the time. There was a time where trees didn't have the right kind of fibrous materials. They hadn't developed it yet to where they couldn't grow very tall. They just fall over, I mean, they wouldn't. But then due to an evolutionary change, they developed this fibery process or part of their build that was able to sustain larger trees. And then so we can see then in the evolutionary record where we started having larger trees. At one point we had no trees. They were just big, huge mushrooms that looked like pillars. Huge all over the world. Yeah. Didn't have trees at all.
So
Everything.
the plant evolved because they wanted to survive.
I don't know about one. So I think you're putting like a human emotion or whatever onto a plant, animal, whatever.
Yeah. To try to say they want to survive is really, it's just they do. It's how they function.
It's like anthropomorphism,
Yeah, you're trying to put this notion on that they're struggling to survive, like it's some kind of thing. But it's just that they are. A seed is created by a plant. That seed is carried by a creature, possibly, and it is deposited in a new environment. And over time, the trees that come in that new environment will be different because the environment is different from where they originally came from. That's a very simple way of explaining it. But the environment is what changes them.
So animals survive to evolve to survive, right? I mean, an animal evolved, they wanted to survive.
I still don't know about the want. I don't know about the want.
Yeah.
And the want on there.
I mean, and again, I'm going to give you the same answer. Animals evolved due to the pressures of their environment. If there was if an animal that lived in a place that had a lot of trees that were tall and its fruits were tall, the short animals in that group would probably die off, but the tall ones would still live and be able to reach that plant, right? And before long, the only ones that would be left would be the tall ones. And now that's all that they breed. They come as tall ones, and we have giraffes.
All animal, small animal like a goat or other animal, they also want to eat the plant leaves from the plants, big plants. So why they don't grow their neck bigger than they are?
Well, to be fair, some of them are quite large. They grow to the size that their environment will hold. They won't get huge because the environment won't be able to hold them, for one. For two,
fish and fish tanks.
Right. For two, For two, they are actually like the giraffe. They are adjusted. Whenever a goat lowers its head, its neck is just perfectly long, so its body and its face gets down to the food that it eats on the ground, because that's where most of its food comes from. Also, you can go find out, this is science, that goats have eyes that rotate. So whenever a goat's head is up, its eyes are like this. Whenever it takes its head down, instead of the eyes going down like this and disorienting the goat, its eyes actually stay horizontal. So it can still see if a predator is coming while it's down eating. Eyes come up while it's looking around.
So cool.
Right. And our eyes don't do that. But that's why they do that. And you can go find this out about goats yourself, and you can understand why they evolved that. Because in their environment, there's creatures around. That's why their eyes are on the side of their head, because their ancestors, for a long, long time, their eyes, they're looking for predators. They're watching for predators. Predators are looking for prey. So their eyes are on the front of their head. Evolution, man. It's pretty cool, really.
It's amazing when you think about it.
Okay, one more question.
Okay.
Why do a banana tree grow bananas? What's the benefit there?
That's a fantastic question. First of all, I will tell you that the banana that you know today is not what was grown in nature. We humans took a banana.
Let's take an apple.
Well, okay, all right, I get you. So what benefit does it have by growing the fruit?
Yeah.
Because an animal will eat that fruit and go through its gut and poop that seed out. Remember how I said that a tree will create a seed and an animal will carry it somewhere away in a different environment? That's how, like a horse will eat an apple, swallow some seeds, and go poop those seeds out somewhere else, and now you've got an apple tree somewhere else.
So apple tree knows they wanted to grow their population, so they make apples. So that's how they know aware of that. That's how the animal gonna eat them and their seed going to spread. So apple tree have consciousness all of this.
Now, see, that's the whole deal. You're trying to put that in there, and that's why. I mean, we're trying to explain that it's almost 1 billion years of evolution.
Yeah, I want to know why this tree.
Right, I told you.
Tree produce the fruits.
Right. Well,
what the benefit the tree gets from this producing this fruit?
And I explained that it benefits because here's kind of the way the deal. Plants grow seeds in order to propagate. Now, some plants in some environments happen to, whenever they grew a seed, it had like a fleshy, sweet carcass around it. Whenever it falls into the ground, that seed will get some of the nutrition from that fleshy seed. Okay? But over time, that fleshy seed became attracted. Animals will take it and start eating it. And the plants that grow that fleshy seed are more likely to propagate than the ones that have a boring, non-tasty, fleshy seed. So over a long time, these plants, the ones that have the bigger seeds, the ones with more flesh around them, the ones that are sweeter, eventually develop what you and I call fruit. I'm not a biologist or an evolutionary biologist. I'm giving you the best that my horrific little education can give you. You might go watch.
Flowers have pollen.
Flowers don't have fruit. They have pollen because they've evolved over time, because some of them had little sweet parts on their daddy and mommy parts, and little bugs came and touched them. And the more sweetness they had, the more bugs they drew, and the better chance they had to survive. They don't sit around, though, and think. They don't sit there and go, today I think I'm going to bud so I can propagate. They don't look around and they don't go, you know what? There ain't no flowers here. I'm going to drop some flowers. What kind of happens is where an environment gets too many of them and it cannot support them, and they'll die off. We see that in modern history. If you get to a place where there's too many wolves and not enough deer to sustain the wolves, part of them will start to die out, to bring a balance to the nature that there is,
Ecosystem, man.
You don't think? Go ahead.
No, she said, yeah, she got it.
I'm just saying that's part of the ecosystem. It's like a life cycle.
Okay. Yeah. You don't think that this all the fruit created by nature, so human and animal can eat?
I think it grows that fruit because if it grow I think I explained it pretty well. I'll let Ryan, you try it and see if I missed something.
No, I do not think that plants do the things they do for us as a show or as a sign of affection or adoration. I don't know the proper words for it, unfortunately, because I'm not a scientist. It's just how they do. I don't know, just their programming. I'm sorry if that's not like the right terminology, vernacular there.
Yeah, like I said earlier, they adjust to their environment. So we take that plant that has a fruity seed, right? It's got the fruit around the seed. Some of those, they're all the same, right? Otherwise, they're all the same, but some of them are sweet and some of them are sour. So certain animals will stop eating the sour ones and they just eat the sweet ones, right? And now the sour ones will disappear because there's nobody eating them and spreading their seed around, but the sweet ones will still be eaten. Creatures will taste them and go, oh, this, you know what I mean? But animals, I don't think, or plants, not like you seem to want to imply, they don't think. They just feel the environment that they're in as best they can, like everything else.
Those plants that eat bugs and stuff, those are pretty cool.
Fruits and the other grains does not designed by God to eat human and animals.
No, was not designed by God. The plants were not designed by God. But, remember earlier I started to mention the banana. If the plant was meant to be eaten by God, it would have been made that way, right? But it really wasn't. The original banana seed was kind of like wheat, not unlike wheat.
That's okay. That's manipulation. We can do it. It's not something. What I'm saying, the fruits, all the fruits, not just banana or particular fruits.
Right.
You don't think this designed to human can eat this fruit?
Well, see, that's why I said no, and I tried to give you an example of it, but you wouldn't let me finish.
No.
If it was designed by God, it would be perfect for man, but they're not. We actually cultivated most of them to get them where they are now. We made them that way. Bananas aren't editable necessarily when you get the original banana. God didn't do that. We did that. Man did that. Now, did some fruits, strawberries or whatever, I don't think they're actually berries, did some of these things grow because we eat them? Maybe. I think like cows. Let's look at cows. Just beef cows here in the world. If we humans did not eat them, there would be almost none of them. You wouldn't find them anywhere. Why? We don't ride them. There's no need for a beef cow unless you're going to eat it. We, because of us, make billions of them to eat, and therefore they exist. But out in the wild, they kind of don't. Or they're different even out in the wild because we cultivate them to be that way. The idea that, matter of fact, how many plants out there are inedible that you can't eat that will kill you? A lot of them. How many
Nightshade.
people, right. How many people out there throughout history died to teach us, everyone else, which plants you eat and you don't eat? I'm sure quite a few of them. How many, you kind of had to learn. In fact, for a long time, the church thought that tomatoes, I believe, or potatoes, one of them, I think it's tomatoes were poisonous. Somebody thought they were poisonous. They taught it part of it, but it's not. They're just a fruit.
Is that maybe because it's part of the nightshade? Did they maybe just like group it in there? Anyway, but yeah, I exactly. It happens.
Yeah. If I remember right, I thought one time I saw that when you cut a tomato in half, it forms a cross. And that was some sort of insult
like
to God. Yeah. It was part of it was, but that's the superstition part. Maybe it was potatoes.
I wouldn't put past them.
Right.
But that's on point. That's like on track.
But not every fruit out there or every vegetable is edible. We can't eat them all. And many of them will kill us.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Not made for us.
They're not really made for us.
All right. Thank you, sir. I appreciate your answer.
I appreciate your questions. Those are great questions, Saeed. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Please get a battery for your fire alarm, my friend.
Yeah. I think that was it was good. That's good. That's fine. I dig it.
That was. Yeah. I think it went well. I mean, I don't know if he was receiving the information. I don't know if he could. I don't know. There was like a little stumbling block he was struggling to get over, but I think he was at least respectful. And he was like, well, how come you don't think it's, fruit are made for, like, grew for humans? Yeah. Because that's what he's probably been told his whole life. No, this grew perfectly for you. Like, God put it here for you. So he's struggling to get past that. But, who knows what will one day.
It's one of those deals where, we think about these things, or we don't actually think about these things. I forever took for granted that I just thought bananas that's how they came. Remember, Ray Comfort even says bananas grown perfectly to fit the shape of a human hand because God made it so people could eat it. I guess before he found out that we cultivated them that way and they used to look more like wheat. And we grew the bigger ones and grew them until we got rid of all the seeds.
Through evolution, basically.
Yeah. We intentionally evolved them to be a food that we could eat.
Colonized them.
And I have to say myself, I don't know, the bananas we get now, when I go down there to get bananas, I'm trying to find small ones because they all come these huge, intimidating, like cut them in half and share them with somebody bananas nowadays. I don't like them that big. They're too big.
It's a lot of banana. Some of them. Yeah. I get what you mean. Like I go for like a mid kind of size. The big ones are just a lot. Good morning, Kelly.
They are. Kelly, I saw Kelly, both Kelly, that Godless Granny is here. Good morning, Godless Granny. And I thought I saw Kelly Laughlin in here earlier, doing all kinds of trouble in there. There are, well, we've got a theist in the chat, who is learning, I hope, and we'll see. So some people we'll just see how it goes. Good luck. Go at it.
Going through the Bible. And that's the best way to do it. That truly is the best way to learn it, is to read it for yourself without anybody else's input,
That's true. Somebody here says, Adrian Belgrave says, bananas are disgusting. And Brian Harper says, that is crazy talk. And I can't argue with either of them, really. To me, it's a matter of when with a banana. If it's too early, it's yucky. It's got that. It does
have its Goldilocks stage.
It really does, like that 15 minutes of goodness.
You have like a short window, like, shit, the bananas are good today. Eat one.
Right,
Tomorrow they're bad.
That's right. They're not like as volatile as, say, avocados, but still. But then there's this point afterwards where like they start getting yucky, and then they get really ucky and yucky, and they're all brown, and people are like, oh, let's put that in bread. I'm like, no. I wouldn't eat it now, not in bread. Why are you going to put it in bread? There's a trash can over there where it belongs.
Allegedly, that's the best time because they're super duper sweet.
That's what they want.
I've not made banana bread myself.
Yeah. Well, you know, as I'm eating through it, and I get it. I do feel you. I do. We need to go to. Well, I get there, but then I'm like eating. I'm like, no, I just can't. Okay, guys, let's take a quick break here. Whenever we come back, we'll talk more about transhumanism if we can. Well, we were going to talk about that, and that was great. But our conversation with the other this caller was not about that. I appreciated the call, though. So thank you, caller, for that. When we get back, if the topic serves us, we'll talk about it. Otherwise, we'll be back here. Let's do goat candles. We'll be back, my friends.
Have you sinned again? Oh, and it's bad this time. A chicken just won't do. But wait, you don't have a goat for your burnt offering. Oh, no. The Lord's wrath is upon you.
Insignificant person whose name I don't know, you have sinned. Probably. I shall smite thee.
What do you do? You're all out of goats. She left you for another man.
Fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented flesh candles.
No goat? No problem. Just light one of these bad boys and let the sweet, savory scent of burning goat flesh rise up to the heavens.
Is that goat?
It's easy, it's fast, and deluxe models even have patented technology that produces a goat screaming sound as the wick burns.
Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented candles. Save a goat, burn a candle.
Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented flesh candles are part of our You Do You Jew interfaith outreach program.
When you sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. When the Lord requires that hundred snow, light a candle or you're going to hell.
Back to you, of course.
We're back.
Fuck that shit.
That's right. She does talk like that when the show's not on. When she thinks we're offline, she does. She's very potty mouth. I sit around just going, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe she just said that." You should see.
I just sit here and act like I'm 9.
She does. Kelly Laughlin says needs some breakfast. Me too. I'm gonna. They didn't have my regular lunch the last time we went to the store of groceries. And so I've been like this week kind of unfortunate. So today, though, after our show, I'm going to have some ramen noodles instead of my usual little pizza. So that's
what flavor?
Chicken, I think. Chicken.
Chicken's my favorite, man. I got to tell you, I used to house some freaking ramen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. Like
with a shovel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do you do anything with your ramen? Or do you just like have it plain Jane? Excellent.
Great question. First, it starts with prayer. And then there's a blessing. No,
choke me.
What I do is I used to crunch them up, crunch up in the bag and make them little bitty pieces and do that. I don't do that anymore. I just break them in half so they're not stupid long noodles. Break them in half, boil them, and then pour off most of the water, not all the water, but so there's a little bit of juice left in there, and then put my sauce package in there, and I stir it all up, and my blood pressure, you can hear my blood pressure go up from all the salt.
The sodium count on there, I don't even know what it is. I don't even want to think about it, but I know that it's probably at least like 3 quarters of your daily intake, or if not all of your daily intake,
weekly,
probably.
But yeah.
Okay.
You're right.
Okay, so I do pretty much similar. If I can, I won't break the noodles. I like to have them long. But okay, so I also leave a little bit of water, whatever, because I don't like it super dry. I don't like it super runny.
Right.
But I don't like it super dry. And then the best is if you have the Hers hot Cheetos.
Oh,
they're not Cheetos. They're hot, like corn puffs, whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
They have like honey, and they have the hot, and they have like the normal. Crunch them on top. I'm telling you, my ex, when he got out of jail, he taught me that trick, because they do like jail food and stuff like that, like jail burritos and yada yada. But anyway, oh my God, that's like the best way to eat my ramen.
Sounds like it puts hair on your chest, doesn't it?
It gives it just a little bit of like a spice,
Oh yeah,
and a crunch.
It's
just
delicious. Let me bring Ember up. We're gonna try this again. The wonderful, amazing Ember, are you there? You know, I'm leaning towards it's not my fault. It's not my fault. Can't be my fault. We had a caller. Our caller was there.
I'm praying, Ember.
Ember, we're praying for you. Dear Joe Pesci, please look over Ember. Not creepy like, you know.
We prayed to you in your Emmy or whatever he won. I didn't win something. I don't know.
I am not sure as to why this is not.
We pray upon the altar of your trophy, whatever the hell it was.
That's true. That is true. All right, let's see. I'm looking. Okay, let's talk about the do we want to live forever thing. Now, this is the point of the thing is, and now guys, like I said earlier, we're gonna switch away from the phone line. So next week we'll be on Discord. It'll work better, hopefully. I wouldn't want to live forever either if I knew I was going to grow old and be broken down. You know, like I have my brother, actually my different part of the family, had a grandmother who was basically bedridden for 30 years, blind most of that, poor health. I don't want to live like that. I don't want to, you know, if anything over 120 years is going to be like that, I don't want that. However, if modern science could give me a medication or something that would keep me in my 20s or 30s physically, now we're having a different conversation, because I know things I didn't know when I was in my 20s or 30s, and it would be a whole different world. And how long could they keep you like that? I don't know, but they're trying, and it's called transhumanism.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Allegedly, people are saying, like, they're showing photos from, I don't know how long ago, but they're showing old photos of people at a certain age and then people today at that certain age. And I'm not talking about people who've had surgery or anything like that, but they look different. They look younger nowadays. Now, I don't know if that's just because easier living, access to, well, it's getting worse now, but at one point we had access to healthcare and social programs and school, etc., that they might not have access to, maybe even harder jobs and different regulations like OSHA and stuff that we have today. Or maybe we are starting to live longer and look better, because we do have access to some newer sciences, etc. I mean, vaccine for one. Geez.
I think a lot of it is, it's a lot of everything you said. And when you combine all those things, we get to live longer. It's not just eating healthier. It's also the development. It's also the development of SPF sunblock. And then people actually start using it, because we had it back in the 70s and 80s, but they didn't use it. Remember? Let's go look at, what's her name?
Every day.
Oh yeah, every day. Go look at
every day. I put this shit on.
That's right. That's right. Now, for those of you who don't know, when I first met her, I met her on a show one day, and I was like, okay, she was really cool. And then I was thinking about getting other people to join me on the show, and I had Durante I was thinking about talking to, and I got Durante, like, man, and then I'll get this young lady, so I'll attract to the white group. Durante will attract to our people of color, and our, and she will attract to our younger group. Come to find out, she's kind of got a lot of sunscreen. There's a lot of, that's good. That's good stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank goodness for sunscreen, man. That's right. Tell you what.
The evil one is the same way. She does not look her age. She is, and that's kind of the deal. It's not just the good nutrition. We have the generation before mine. It was almost like a hobby, like to fall over dead from a heart attack at 50. Just, how many of them? I remember being in a bowling alley, the things that and then that was bad enough. Then they moved to vegetable oils. The big vegetable oil kick in. They came in those late 70s, 80s and stuff like that. And it just, heart attacks.
It's healthier. It's better for you. There was just so many lies about so many different products. Johnson & Johnson, like baby powder. I mean, my goodness gracious. There's so many big corporations who did a lot of damage, and not just like to the people who used it, but, their babies and kids. It's atrocious. And they're still around today. No problems with them. They're fine.
Billionaires, their companies.
Billionaires. But the family lost everything due to illness and death. That's right.
Bear Thelmus asked what happened to Durante. Nothing. Actually, Durante was here, and his channel kind of took off, and he got to where he's just too busy to hang out and play with us. I mean, it is a 5-day-a-week show. Was a 5-day-a-week show, and me and Ryan are both losers and have no life. But Durante had a life. No. I actually don't know about her.
He's doing a lot of stuff, man. He's busy AF.
Yeah. I haven't actually, to be fair, seen him in a long time. I see every now and then on YouTube something will pop up, but for the most part, I haven't seen it.
His shorts come across my feed.
Yeah. Philip Lister says they stopped making me parachute at 80. I ain't falling for that.
Say what?
You're not that old. Philip Lister isn't that old. Live, straight from the devil. Right?
That sounds fun. Have you ever done that?
Me? No.
I feel like I might have a heart attack.
Yeah. I may not have a heart attack, but I certainly will have bladder control issues that I can guarantee.
I'd end up being on the instructor, I'm on I'm on their back or whatever. They're on my back, however it goes.
Yeah, that's right. Just saying, girl, you're not going to want to go before me. It'll be raining. That's.
Oh well, no, actually, I'd want to go before you because isn't it going to go? It's going to go that way.
I guess it just depends. Right? It'd be like back in your. Yeah, that's a good point. I
don't know.
I think we'll spend our mental effort on the wrong things.
I might be thinking about the wrong stuff here. Oh, goodness gracious.
Maybe.
Oh, my Lord.
He says 84. Oh, wow. Okay, well, congratulations. Thank you for spending your last moments with us, Philip Lister.
I love having you.
84. One of the things about Philip Lister is that's why I didn't believe it. If you've seen his picture, I've seen his picture. He does not look 84.
Maybe he was using sunscreen.
Maybe he was using, well, he's from the north, the far north. They don't have sun up there.
Oh,
they see it on the TV. All the sun they get is off the TV.
Forever.
Yeah. Nordic vampires. That would explain it. No, but I wouldn't think. I've, like I said, seen his pictures. I would not give him shit in a bar. I'd beat the shit out of my normal 80-year-old, sure, but not him.
That's funny.
Right.
Good for you, Phil, man. I love like my Jid, my grandfather. He was always active, like up until like the end. Couldn't keep that man down. You'd find him just outside. Moving, tinkering, taking something apart, putting something back together, and it kept him. Like I think that's what kept him alive. He always stayed busy.
Yeah. I think that helps for some people. It really does.
Mm-hmm.
Home Jim Strongman says the number of years people would want to live is dependent on the quality of their lives. Indeed, I think I opened with that earlier. That's exactly how I would do it. Living forever would eventually become a nightmare existence, only if we didn't advance in our medical science and stuff. If we could just live forever, we'd eventually have to be like a brain in a jug or something, if we didn't advance our medical stuff to where we could take care of our bodies and advance. I don't think any of us would want to live forever, bedridden and rotten. The notion is, would you want to live forever in your best possible physical condition? And just go explore and do whatever you want to do in your lives. Now, they say there's not enough room or not enough resources for people to live forever, but there is. There really is. We've got an We've got an entire solar system, not just a planet. Yeah, it would take the same time, build it up. These are not limitations we should set upon ourselves and think, we shouldn't do that because we won't be able to feed everybody. No. Do you remember you're old enough? No, I didn't say that. Do you remember back in the 90s whenever they were saying like in 2025 people would be starving to death because we can't grow enough food to feed enough people, blah, 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 blah. They used to sing that song a lot. Also the climate change, the global warming thing. But then there we have these breakthroughs in farming and fertilization and plant management and all this stuff. And now got too many people. Everybody's fat. The people that are starving because of capitalism, not because we don't have enough food.
Yeah, it's always manufactured. where people are starving. Like, people are starving in one of the most like richest places in the freaking galaxy, you know, over on continental Africa and all those countries.
Right.
And there's people like by the millions people are dying over there. Why? Oh, because food is being kept out, because people are being paid to kill people and not allow medical help and allow food and supplies and yada yada. And it's just all capitalism, exploitation.
Exactly correct.
Empire.
Exactly correct.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
The earth has plenty of shit if we freaking took care of it. Oh my, like to be fair, if we actually effing took care of it, I think the earth would reward us with so much ish.
Absolutely.
I truly feel it's capable, but all we do is take without regard to what it does to the ecosystem, to the people.
Yes.
Yes.
And the more we science the shit out of it, the more our science gets better, the more we can stretch those resources. You know? Well, we got a regime in now that's against science. Collapsalism is here. Where have you been?
Look. We speak of the devil. We talk about capitalism, and collapsalism is like, hey, I'm here. Hello.
You know, collapsalism, when you get time, and I know you're a busy person, and I do believe that your friend, Kermit Peterson, is also a busy individual. But when you get the time, perhaps maybe tomorrow or next week, you could maybe have Kermit Peterson call us and update us on that second reason, proof of God. Just you know, we'll do that. Julianne Fry is here. I hope I said that right. Julianne Fry says, I'm normally not awake this early. Good to find the channel. Well, thank you. Good morning. Welcome to the damnation, fellow burner. I hope you're having a great week so far. Yes. Oh, good. Collapsalism got the deal. And I will just do my best improv when you get here, my friend. At least this time, I know, right? The first time he called, I didn't know if it was a real... I went back and I watched the video, right? I didn't know if he was really... And I was like, oh, shit. And I could see my face whenever I went, oh, shut up, Chris. Just fucking have fun, man. Just have fun. I could see it on my face when that happened.
Like the light bulb.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, you're right. You convinced me.
And also, like, at first, it's hard to know, like, because people have all kinds of voices. Like my hubby's brother, he has... I'm not like, how do I put this? How do I put this? Maybe not your typical voice. I don't know how to put it.
I see. Okay.
I don't know how to put it. Okay. So sometimes is it put on, or is that their voice? And I don't want to make it a joke if it's not a joke. You know what I mean? Right. So there was like a moment, and then it was like, okay, this is okay. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Oh my goodness.
I actually do kind of weird things like brother, if you're watching, anytime I quote my brother, which I have a twin for those of you who don't know, but anytime I quote him, I do so in redneck. It's not, I'd be like, I was talking to Marty the other day and he said, I saw a snake over there. No. It's like, I was talking to Marty the other day and went, I saw a snake over there. He's under that tree. I went after it with a stick. Because that's, I don't know why I do it that way.
Oopsies.
There was this time where, like a long time ago, me and the wife, we'd get together and we were like, she's gonna go, I'm going to the frisky room. You gonna go to the frisky room? I'm like, yes, I do. She's like, no, don't bring that motherfucker in here. I had to learn.
I know what that voice means. Don't do it.
I had to learn where to use the voice, where not to use that voice.
Appropriate time, Chris. I'm pleased.
Look, read the room, Chris. Read the room. True enough.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. So it was. That's good. Let me see here. Yeah, but that's my thinking on the transhumanism. Really, it's to me, we got plenty of. There's plenty of resources, even if we do just stay here on Earth and manage ourselves and take care of the planet, we would have plenty of food to grow. We don't have to kill all the animals. We could literally move to an entirely plant-based system without harming any animals. And we could either grow that meat without a brain, no animal to harm, in a lab, or factory, if you want to call it that, or we could just grow plants and fashion, you know what I mean, fashion that into meat-like things. We can do all those things and make plenty of it to where we have plenty. We choose not to. Capitalism is a thing I have said before that will allow, it forces people to step over starving people to throw away food into the garbage. And then you lock the garbage up and you destroy the garbage with a compactor or some other thing. So people who are hungry cannot have it.
It's
That's
just
capitalism.
I used to, like when I used to work at Home Depot, I think I told the story before, but the amount of things that they would throw away that were fine, like no issues with them. It's absolutely bananas. And also a grocery store, same difference. The amount of things that got thrown away that did not need to be thrown away. At the very least, give it to your employees. At the very least.
Yes.
I mean, it actually, like, that would probably be one of the benefits. Like, hey, okay, if I work in this grocery store and if things go out of date, they're going to go, shoot, this is going to the back and whoever gets to it first or whatever. Like, that would be like, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to work here. Okay, the pay isn't the best, but I take home a bag of groceries every effing week. Something like that. But no, we have to throw it away and it has to be destroyed because I used to go dumpster diving and I know a lot of people do that. And the amount of food that you can get out of those dumpsters is and they're fine. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just because they rebrand or something like that. That's the only reason that stuff is in the dumpster. I mean, sometimes it gets bad, whatever. Or you got to be careful with dog food because dog food, it could be a recall. So you do have to be careful about recalls and whatnot. But if you're careful and you're smart, you're not an idiot and don't try to climb into a dumpster where you get compact like a dumbass,
right?
You'll be fine. But no, it's illegal to do any of that stuff in many places.
It is. My very first job, I was like, I don't know, teens, was at Wendy's. And you could not have, they didn't get free food. We did get a discount on our food, but it wasn't free.
Okay.
And I started out making $3.35 an hour. That's my minimum wage. Minimum wage. You know what minimum wage is, my friends? I'll tell you what minimum wage is. Minimum wage is a gauge, is a meter. It's what tells you about the personality of the person you work for. Minimum wage tells you that if they could, they would pay you less. That's what it tells you. If they could, if you're anybody out there making minimum wage should realize that in their brain.
Yeah. It's all so that way there's not really a market out there for people.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You're just going to be lucky to get a job. And then when you get a job and you're getting paid shit wages, and even though you're working however many hours a week, like you're doing your best.
Yes.
The people who are rich or whatever, they're just going to look at you like in disappointment. Like they want you to work at their companies, like the people that run McDonald's, they want you to work at their companies, but they still look at you like you're a piece of shit for doing it.
And here's the deal. As soon as they can get all the automation they need to not have to hire you, or they can take from the cow to the plate at McDonald's, and you can see they're working that way, they'll fire every one of you. They have zero need for you, and you will go. And I've said on this channel before that I believe that the rich, now we actually have seen the rich versus the poor war in this country. If you ever thought the rich would not hurt the poor, oh no, absolutely. And I've said that as soon as technology allows it to where they don't need poor people is when the real massacre will start.
Yeah, it's really scary, the concentration camps that they want to build, the amount of money that ICE is putting into buying these camps. And, people are just getting disappeared in there. And a lot of it's kids. And I mean, come on. We know what they're doing to them.
We know.
We know what our government's hiding. Like, we're not stupid. We know what you're doing. And they're playing in our faces. Like, that's what really pisses me off is the gaslighting. And like, you think I'm stupid. I'm not stupid. You're absolutely just like joking with me. Like,
and they just
I don't
keep saying
like
it louder and louder, no matter how much we protest that we don't believe their shit.
Yeah, like the fact that Trump could stand up there and say all that stuff about how great things are. like, you're such a joke. And people clapping, you're not serious. You cannot be serious.
Yeah.
You're paid. You're bought and paid for. You're an actor. This is a performance. This is all theater, and none of this is real, and none of you actually care about us.
That's true. True. We're going to take another quick break real quick, my friends. Thank you all for being with us. We got a lot of cool people in the chat. I wanted to point out we had capitalism has starved more people than any other system. Very true. I agree with you. I saw a new face in the chat. I thought there's atheist. Rich will replace the poor with robots. Yes, you and I are on the same page there. Philip Lister in Sweden, tipping doesn't exist. There's some companies here in the United States that have gotten to where they won't let you tip either because they just pay their employees a reasonable wage. And then there's Al Wise 13 spreading lies in my chat. Al Wise says, my first job was Baskin Robbins when I was 14 for $2 an hour. They didn't have ice cream when you were 14. That's how old he is. Or they are. I
was so lucky when I got my first job because my parents were smart and they told me, like, get a job with a union. And so I did. It was just a grocery store, but it was a union grocery store. And I don't remember what minimum wage was, but it was my first job. And I think it was $8.25 I made. Yeah. And that was like really good then, and almost good now, unfortunately. Right. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, shit, huh?
You know what I'm saying? Like, to think that at like 16, I was making more than some people might today because the way that they treat people, god damn.
My dad worked for Lennox when I was a little kid, and he was part of the Teamsters Union, I believe. No, the air conditioner building company. He built air conditioners. Mm-hmm. And so they were union, and he was really big on the union. Then they split up and went to West Texas with my mom. And there's more oil field kind of folk. And there's all this talk about unions suck and unions are bad and unions are this and unions that. And I didn't really understand it. And it was right-wing political talking propaganda because unions are standing up for the little people against the rich. And, you know, they're not perfect. The unions are not perfect. Some of them get corrupted. Some of them forget their purpose, their means, their way. But there's a reason why we actually, I just want to say that unions saved the rich, because had it not been unions, we were going to eat them. Let's take a break. I wanted to do our new foreskin restoration. Too hungry, right. Well, there was problems. Well, it happened in the 1700s in France, and then we built up with this. This is cyclical. It happens a lot, and all right, we'll be back. Were you circumcised at birth, or did you change your faith for a woman and now she's gone, or did your sister's lockjaw flare up at the worst possible time?
Guilty as charged.
Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of at-home foreskin restoration kits. It won't cost you an arm and a leg, just an eyelid. Testimonials are already coming in. Mike from Dallas, Texas writes, ever since I got my penis caught in the blender, I haven't felt like a real man, but now I'm back and intact. Thank you, Father Flanagan. Steve from Florida says, I didn't really want my foreskin back, but my wife insisted. We did it, and, well, you should see the look on her face. King Kelly writes, wow, getting my foreskin back literally doubled my length. After all these years, I can finally hold my heads high. Thank you, Father Flanagan. Father Flanagan's at-home foreskin restoration kits are part of our Tips for Tots and Adults community outreach program. Free eye patch and eye mister with each purchase. You can tell just by the look on his face whether he's packing or he's lacking. Microsurgery available for those extra small jobs. And in case you have any problems, Father Flanagan's highly trained medical staff are ready and waiting for your call.
Oh my God.
I've never seen so much blood.
Thank you, Father Flanagan.
Thank you, Father Flanagan.
Father Flanagan's line of at-home foreskin restoration kits. Coming to a Walmart near you. Oh. Thank you all again for joining us this morning. D20, good morning for being here, says Father Flanagan, for all your penile care needs. Of course. Berthelmanus, I worked for $3.35 an hour in the 80s. At one time I worked for 80 to 90 hours a week I made $600. Yeah. I remember I worked in the oil field for $6 to $7 an hour on a pulling unit in the oil field for $6 to $7 an hour.
Nikes.
I wasn't pulling down no minimum wage though, right? And I remember just thinking, oh my goodness, if $10 an hour, what would you do with $10 an hour? That's just crazy, you know. When I had my IT business, the most I ever charged was like $140 an hour. When I was on,
and that's like,
now that's kind of
nice.
cheap, probably now. Let's
probably.
Yeah, let's see what we've got on the phone here this morning. Good morning, you're on the air.
I'm sorry, am I on the air right now?
You may be, possibly. Yes, indeed.
Well, I don't know how ready I am, but I got some stuff for you.
Okay.
Oh, do you?
Well, you know, if you're just to know, I wasn't trying to rush you, Kermit. I need you to be prepared.
Oh, I think you guys were touching on a great point about how
I talked nothing. Sorry. No, go ahead.
No,
sorry.
You're good. You're good. I just wanted to let you know that, like, we destroyed unions on purpose, right? Like, why would we ever want you monkeys, you lowborns, to band together and overthrow us? Like, look, the aristocracy has continued just in different ways. I don't know if you remember, but the lobster hierarchy.
That's crazy.
Guys, that's all I have.
So wait. So the world really is controlled by evil green overlords. They're just frogs, not aliens. I should have seen it.
Well, I wish they were frogs. That's the thing, right? Because then it would give me excuse for being a piece of shit. But it's the human. It's the human.
It's the human in you. I understand. It's the DNA. That's great. Well, I appreciate that.
I appreciate you folks. I was just doing that off the cuff because you know the fact that people want to destroy unions is insane.
Oh,
like.
Isn't it?
It's together stronger.
Is that not a shoot yourself in the foot situation? The poor being against unions?
Oh my! Like the amount of indoctrination.
It's a bunch of billions. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just to say it's a bunch of billionaires telling millionaires that, like, poor people and minorities and trans folks and gay folks and immigrants, they're the issue. They're the ones depressing your wages. They're the ones making it so that you can't buy a house. No, it's not BlackRock buying up fucking neighborhoods. You know, sorry.
No, yeah, there's that kind of
passionate about this stuff, but it's not these immigrants or these gays or these, you know, any of these people buying up the neighborhoods to make everything expensive. So at the end of the day, the division is the goal, right? The hatred, the divisiveness is the goal from the capital class. So, anyways,
it is.
I can go forever about this stuff.
We could too. We do. We try to kind of avoid it sometimes on the show because if we don't, we end up yelling about Trump the whole show, and nobody wants that.
But there's so much. There's so much to it.
There's so much.
And Trump is just a symptom. Like, Trump is not the conclusion.
Right.
You know, he's a failure of neoliberalism.
Well, yeah,
he's a failure of actually addressing what the material needs of the working class, right? Like, I don't think two-time Obama voters who voted for Trump in 2016, but they voted for Obama twice. Like, I don't think those were the ones who were like, I'm voting for Trump because like he's racist, misogynist, sexist, that kind of stuff, right? No, they're the ones who were like, hey, we gave a black guy a chance, right? He wasn't like everybody else. And our material needs in the Rust Belt in those kind of places did not get better. And that's how I see it, right? Because, like, one of the greatest memes I ever saw in 2008 when Obama was elected. By the way, I'm mixed race, so don't think I'm coming at this from like a privileged position. But, like, it was doing pictures of all the presidents, and then at the very end it was Obama, and it was like combo breaker, like, because it was like that much of a thing back in 2008.
Really? It was.
He can't be he can't be part of the establishment because the establishment has been old white guys this whole time. Right. Anyways, yeah.
That's good.
And not so not true. So not true.
Well, thank you for the call.
What do you mean? Sorry.
Just because you like, the thing is just because you're a certain, like maybe from a certain demographic does not mean that you automatically side somewhere. Like it's not a monolith. Yeah. And I
didn't mean it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that.
No, I know you didn't. What I'm saying is that like what the right does, I feel, is they try to put anybody who kind of breaks off, like maybe from the majority, to use them to platform them and to say, see, we're not racist. See, we like this person as long as they say all the things that we want to say, and as long as Obama toes this line and is cool, like we're fine. But really, it's just like it's just a veneer. Like some of these people are just dumpster fires.
I have a question for you folks. Cool, then. I think the only pass I'll give people are if they voted for him in 2016, right? Like, I don't know if I could give people a pass in 2020, and I definitely won't give them a pass in 2024. So what do you think are we allowed to, like, in your folks' opinion, are we allowed to write those people off? Like, hey, you're a child. You don't get to deal in politics anymore. You don't get it. Like, what do we do with that? Like, because I want to write them off. I think they should have known better.
Yeah, that's a tough call.
I mean, in my opinion, I'm kind of disappointed with a lot of like the things that are happening in like the Democratic Party. But I got to take responsibility for also being somebody who didn't even realize that I should be participating in politics. So I got to take one on the chin for the stuff that I've done as well. Yeah. But I was also under impression that I was part of a thing that I'm actually not part of. So I would love to see that Democrats kind of remove some of the roadblocks that I feel like they're putting in the way to a more like moving towards a more like progressive party, or at least a party that's more cohesive. Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of division even happening within our own party.
Yeah, they need to move left.
I think with the Democrat Party, like I'm a Democrat Party hater, right? Like because like they think they need a big tent, right? And their tent includes like people like Liz Cheney rather than get younger people who are to the left more. Anyway, I don't want to talk about politics with you guys because I can talk about this all day. Because like I said, I'm a hater of both sides, right? Like I always feel, and
equal opportunity.
If you're ever having sorry, go ahead.
No, I apologize. I was just saying you're equal opportunity hater.
Yeah, and I think with politics, we should always have, and this is when somebody disagrees, who's on the other side of politics with me and I can't get through to them, I just say you should always have an adversarial relationship with your government, no matter which side you're on, because your government should do more for you. Your government, for the taxes you pay, do not do enough. So you should never let them hear about, let that down. You should never worship a politician. People would be like, well, where's the Biden flags and where's the Biden bumper? We're not, those people they're not psychos. They don't need to wear Biden hats and stuff. Right. But we should always be adversarial with our government. But anyways, I'll let you folks go. I'm sorry.
No, thank you.
Anyways.
Thank you for calling in. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I'll have a bit for you guys soon. Don't worry, okay? I got one cooking.
Perfect.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow.
I appreciate you, folks. Thank you.
I just have to hang up on them nowadays. No, I'm kidding. Blast. I've learned it. Anyway, I did want to mention that, the more I learn about this huge web that is the Epstein Trump files, the Trump Epstein files, and all the people who were involved in all this thing. And one of the things it kind of seems like, because Epstein was getting investigated and getting exposed, and when he gets exposed, everybody gets exposed. But now the federal government has already got lots of reports and all this business on him. And it would seem as though the criminal cabal, if you will, that is that organization said, listen, the only way we're going to get out of this is to have one of us elected president so we can take over and get rid of this Epstein file. But by then it was too late. There was too much already coming out. By the time Trump got in and could do anything, Trump did get in his first term. He had his Supreme Court seal them up so they couldn't be opened. So
I wonder if that's when they started to redact stuff.
Oh, yeah, his first term, I'm almost certain. Yeah.
Like, did that just happen with this term, or had that because they got the information allegedly from the FBI already redacted?
I know.
So it's been redacted for a while, I'm assuming.
Yep. But the part of the deal is there's just so many files that they can't keep it hidden. Donald Trump, now I've heard there's did I see it? Was it 3 million times he's mentioned in the Epstein files now? Something
it's
like
definitely,
that.
I feel like it was in the millions.
Weeks ago, it was 1.2 million after they came out, I thought he said. But now it's even more, way more. So it's not really the Epstein files. It's the Trumpstein files. It's just, you know.
And there's other connections. Like the whole fact that Wexner just had his, I don't know if it's an interview or whatever. And he said that he was never reached out to. He's never been interviewed, I believe, by the FBI. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
His name is all over like this financial information.
For those who
Jeffrey
don't know,
Epstein.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, she's talking about the guy who created Victoria's Secret. So if you got some naughty panties out there, this piece of trash, he's the main financial backer behind Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, lots of money there. Well, it leads into basically he let Jeffrey Epstein, he signed over his, whatever you call it. What do you have, like a signature, like they can do whatever they want with your stuff. You trust them. To make decisions. Anyway, I can't think of the word. You know what I'm talking about. But gave that to Epstein. You don't just do that with somebody you only met once or twice, which is what Wexner was trying to say at that moment. Bro, stop. We're not stupid. We're not dumb here. We know that something more is going on. And also Epstein was saying that he could get people modeling jobs because he has an in with Wexner. And that was happening for years. And Wexner did nothing about it. Because it's intentional. Give me a break.
And of course, now we're learning more and more about how Donald Trump was using his pageants as a funnel to get victims into the Jeffrey Epstein child sex trafficking thing. So Donald Trump was not just a participant. He was an active member. He was part of those who did the trafficking. And a lot of people don't want to go. They're
the perfect little ecosystem. Did they not? With Wexner, you have access to all the Victoria's Secret models. So you have a lot of beautiful people. Beautiful people bring in other people, young people who want to aspire to be models, whatever. So that brings people in. You got Donald Trump in his spa on his golf course, bringing young kids in who want to have a job and hope maybe there's an in there. I mean, there's just so many ways that they had like power over these young kids, ins, just access. And, the way Trump was allowed to freely speak about wanting to date 12-year-olds or up, or, 12 was like the lowest age. And like nobody says boo about it. And these, old tapes and recordings are coming out, like, specifically from Howard Stern, where he said he wouldn't, date anybody under 12. It's like, how are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Like, does that not tell you something that like, oh wait, if he says that and Epstein and he's mentioned in these like, why is 2 and 2 not equaling 4 for you?
Right.
What's happening here?
And there's also that other thing about like, what's her Laura Ingraham going? Well, they were 15 or 12 or for 13. It's not like they were 10 or 9 or something like that. And then they get deeper into the Epstein files, and what do you find? 9, 8, 10-year-olds.
Exactly. Little girls.
Trump victimizing little girls. And then that's not even, I think there's going to be a torture murder aspect that we are barely scratching the surface on.
There's stuff that is, I mean, what we've seen so far has made my stomach turn. It's really horrible, but we know that they're hiding the worst of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we've seen, if they're going to show us this, what are they hiding? You know? Oh, goodness gracious. Let me check our super chats for the day and see what we've got here. We very much appreciate the support. We did get $2 from Hinram saying, keep pounding. Thanks for your work. My friends, you are all fantastic and wonderful. We do appreciate the support. We did get some new subscribers as we were going through the channel. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about tomorrow stuff. Don't miss it, because if you miss it, you won't be able to get it Monday because it's tomorrow stuff and not Monday stuff. So have yourself Have yourself a wonderful Thursday, people. We will see you tomorrow. Send safely, my friends.
Oh, I love you.
Got a house that smells like old cheese and shame. Father Flanagan's flesh candles change the game. Goat-scented thrills for your soul's delight. Light it up, baby, make your room right. When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan, here to set the tone. Confession booths, busy, no need to stress. Light a candle and forget your mess. Gross odors vanish like sins in the wind. With each wick, guess who's your new best friend? When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan, here to set the tone. Lambs and calves may have their day, but goats, the scent that leads the way. Slate with a sniff so pure. Father Flanagan's got the cure. Turn your home into a saintly space. With every whiff, find redeeming grace. From your living room to the kitchen sink, light the gold candle, don't even think.